All right, we are here at Boardwalk Hall for the 2024 Women's March in Atlantic City, and I am here with City Councilman and NAACP President, Mr. Kaleem Shabazz. How are you doing today?
Very good, Brother Tyler. This is a very solemn activity for us. When I say us, the Atlantic City branch of the NAACP, we were a sponsor for the original Women's Walk when Lieutenant Governor Sheila Oliver was with us physically, and we are a sponsor again this year for this Women's Walk in her honor. And it's really emotional a little bit for me because I knew Lieutenant Governor Oliver for over 35 years. She was a person who was a strong supporter of women's rights, civil rights, social justice, minority rights, and someone who we remember with fondness and love and humility. And as you know, for the NAACP Freedom Fund, we gave the first annual Lieutenant Governor Sheila Y. Oliver Civil Rights and Social Justice Award. We gave that to Dr. Pat Reed, who is a professor at Stockton University. And every year we're going to give someone this award who we believe embodies what Lieutenant Governor Sheila Oliver did. So I am happy to be here to honor her legacy. A little sad to be here. I wish she was here. She would be a vibrant part of this activity. And she was someone who really loved Atlantic City, and we loved her back.
Could you, like you said, you've known her for 35 years, could you give us a personal anecdote or explain to us on a personal level how much she loved and cared for Atlantic City beyond just being the Lieutenant Governor?
I certainly can. When we were fighting the state takeover of Atlantic City, I was honored to sponsor a seminar really at Second Baptist Church. And what we did, we reached out to state legislatures, the Black Caucus, our good friend Senator Ron Rice, the late Senator Ron Rice, and now the former Lieutenant Governor Sheila Oliver. They came down here with 5 legislators, and I thought they were just going to come down here for a couple hours. Sheila stayed along with Senator Rice and the rest of them for a whole day, listening to people from Atlantic City give our rationale of why there should not be a takeover, and how we thought that we would fare if there were a takeover. And I can remember her listening with patience and compassion and understanding. And after it was over, someone said, well, we thought you were going to go back because you're all the way from North Jersey. She said, no, Atlantic City is important to me. And she showed that throughout her actions, even when she became Lieutenant Governor. In fact, even more so. So I remember that she was against the state takeover. But as they would have it, she became someone who had to administer the state takeover, and she was fair and compassionate, just as she was in her opposition to it. So I can remember that about Sheila Oliver. She was always professional, she was always prepared, and she was always consistent in her support for Atlantic City.
We're talking to Kaleem Shabazz. We're here at James Whalen's Boardwalk Hall for the 2024 Women's March. I know the event is going on, so we can't keep you all day, but I have to ask you this. As the president of the NAACP, can you explain to us why the Women's March in general is so important?
Well, the NAACP is a strong supporter of civil rights, social justice, women's rights, productive rights for women. In fact, on a state level, a national level, and a local level, that's what we do, and that's what we lift up, and that's why we support. We would not let there be a march in Atlantic City without the NAACP, number 1, being a sponsor, number 2, being a supporter, and number 3, being an ally of women's rights and women's issues. That's what the NAACP does, that's what we stand for, and we want to continue to do that and lift up the rights of women and all classes of people who are oppressed or left out of the corridors of power.
Okay, I don't want to take any shine away from the Women's March, but I would be remiss because of the activities that have been going on regarding removing members of City Council from the Atlantic City City Council by Senator Vince Palestina. And I know you've done some things, had some events, and even done some interviews with us regarding that. Would you care to make any comment on where we are today with that process and fighting back?
Yeah, we still haven't heard anything from Senator Palestina, but we're not going to let up. We, the NAACP, is going to continue to press him to explain to us what he meant, and at some point I would hope that he would admit that was the wrong kind of thing to try to do in Atlantic City or anywhere. But we're talking specifically about Atlantic City. We are adamant, NAACP is adamant. I believe next month the council is going to pass a resolution against Senator Palestino's bill, and I believe that it's going to die on the vine. It should have never happened, and we're going to look to him to explain to us, because he is our councilman. He is our state senator. He is our representative, and we need to understand his thinking in this regard.
All right, I'll get you out of here on this. We have an election coming up, I heard, very soon, and I know you don't endorse candidates, but I do understand you will be doing some informational events and also some Meet the Candidate events.
We are going to do our candidates night at Martin Luther King complex in Atlantic City, and as soon as we get a firm date, we're going to let you know, Brother Tyler, and all the media. We want people to come out and see the candidates, and you're right, the NAACP does not endorse candidates, but we do encourage people to register, to vote, to be involved, and to vote their conscience, and to understand what the candidates are saying they want to do, if they've been in office, what they have done, and making a decision that comports with their values and their goals and what they want to happen. But we will say this, the NAACP is for free and fair elections. The NAACP stands against people trying to intimidate election officials, and the NAACP stands for social justice and civil rights, and we look for that in every candidate.
Anything you want to say before I let you go?
I just want to tell people, vote, vote, vote. This is an important election. Every election is important, but this election, 2024, is a presidential election. People must be involved.
Thank you.
Thank you.